What's good, everyone? This is Raw Truth Media, giving you the raw content that you deservedly need. Please like and share this video. Now, me and Coach Joe will do a full breakdown of the Ball brothers as it stands right now. So there will be no sugarcoating. There will be no emotional takes. This is all the stats in the facts about each Ball brother, Lamelo, Lonzo, and Liangelo Ball. And Coach Joe is almost in the building. Make sure to hit the like button and share this video if you haven't. Coach Joe, how you doing today?
What's happening, DJ? How are you, my brother? I am awesome. What is going on this beautiful Sunday, Sunday morning, right here? You know, it's been we finally got some summer weather here in sunny Southern California. It's been hot. Everybody else got all that hot everywhere else, and we didn't get none of it. So so we finally getting ours. And by the way, DJ, I got my fan on. Can you hear it? Is it? It ain't. I hope it ain't causing too
Oh,
much background.
no problem. And I got to sing that song. Easy like Sunday evening.
Facts indeed. So it's a good day. It's a really good day, and I'm so glad that to be here with the family, talk about this subject that is dear to many of our hearts. You know what I mean? These ball boys, they elicit so much interest. If you will. I mean, they are an industry unto themselves. That's for dang on sure. So, yes, a good time today, DJ. How you today?
Blessed and highly favored, man. Good energy and synergy. And this is going to be an instant classic, like Smooth pointed out, man. And shout out to Smooth. Shout out to Everything Lakers, aka the Pope. He said, shout out to DJ and Coach Joe. Now, Coach, let everyone know what we're
Yes.
about to do today.
Okay, see now look, me and DJ been talking about this, because look, let's be honest, um, it's still there's still no clarity we feel like in the, when it comes to the Ball brothers, it's still a lot of different camps and and different realities, if you will, so me and DJ were talking and we just like, we want to go on the record and just put it, you just be straight. Where are they now? You know what I mean? And we just gonna look at this just socks, draws, and all. We're gonna look at the stuff that look like it's supposed to, how it is, and then that we're gonna even take a look at how some people want it to be. But we gonna settle on what they have done up until this point that we all can verify. That's what it's about today, DJ. What you think?
Absolutely. We're not going to sugarcoat. If you have an emotional feeling, this is not the stream. Because we're going to do a full analysis.
No, this ain't the stream.
Back it up. The Pope said, can you send a link? I would love to cook on this with you guys. After we do the breakdown, what you think, Coach Joe? After the breakdown, we can send a link so they could just join.
Sounds great, DJ. However you want to do it, you are the producer for the most. You know how to do this thing. So whatever you think is all good because it'd be awesome to have the Pope. What's up, Pope? How you doing there, Young G? So it'd be awesome to have the Pope on here today. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So Pope, Smooth. After we do the breakdown, we'll send a link for anyone to join in to give their take. And just wait after the breakdown. So, Coach Joe, we're going to start with the oldest, Lonzo Ball.
We got to start with the oldest, yes.
And here's his ranking, Coach. You see it right there. Out of high school, he was ranked the number one point guard in position, the state, in the region, in the ESPN Top 100. He had a rare of passing ability, leadership skills, and athleticism. This is when he was in high school. And, Coach, you saw him play in high school and heard about him in high school. How was he at the time?
I mean, I'm gonna tell you, when I go back to that time period, I gotta say I was caught up in the vapors. Cause Lonzo played with that. I want to be. I mean, he played with that. I want to be free. I mean, he played free, man. You know, and that jumper was wet, and he was just out there, just flowing up and down the court, just with that max speed, just that warp speed. It looked like a bigger Steph Curry, man. You know, something new. You know, I mean, Lonzo looked like something. You know, we hadn't really seen like a updated version of Jason Kidd. You know, just something different. You know, something different. So it was a beautiful thing at this time, if I remember correctly. How about you?
Yes, when I saw Lonzo play in high school from videos, they played a national schedule, and shout out the coach, the head coach at the time. What's his name again? The Asian guy.
I forgot, brother. I'm sorry.
But yes, I think Coach Bake or something.
Yeah, it might be something like that.
But when they ran the press, it wasn't a press after Lonzo left. That press they ran was more methodical. And more fine-tuned. Once they changed head coaches, y'all realize when it was just Lamelo and Liangelo, the press didn't even look the same. The press looked like a chicken head cut off.
A little disorganized.
It did not look the same at all. And they would have won state that year if they had the same head coach that they had when Lonzo was there. I stand by that. Hoop Jark said Lonzo looked like a baby.
Yeah, he did. Look at Lonzo. Hey, Lonzo looked like a fresh penny then. Look at him. Huh? Then he looked like a new penny. He did look just look as young. Woo, look at Lonzo. God dog the frog. About 12.
Coach, when Lonzo was in high school in UCLA, he looked like he was just happy to hoop. Not a care in the world.
Hoop. Right.
Not
facts.
Not worrying about turnovers, just and shooting threes from long distance. And then the NBA started, and everything Lakers says, I love where y'all going with this. See, we're going with the storytelling portion so we can give you the facts when it's presented itself. Look at Lonzo's career stats, and I'm going to show you all. Where is it at? Here.
And by the way, in the top 400, on the top, what you just put there, Lonzo was number 4 rated.
Yep.
In that poll you just showed, he was number 4.
He sure was. In the whole country. And now here's his career stats. 50. Look at the games played each year. 52 games, 17. 2018, 47 games. 2019, 63 games, which is his most ever. 2020, 55 games. Chicago, 35 games. So, Coach Joe, what do you see on these stats that's trending?
Well, you know, I mean, you know, this is the part where some people might have to get off the train, you know, because this is the. You know, we start talking about the socks draws and all. This is the draws part. You know what I mean? And nobody likes the draws part because it ain't cool. You know what I mean? We don't want to look at it that way, but this is what it is. Now, first of all, we got to say that Lonzo lived up to the prediction that most had that he would be he was an NBA prospect. That he was an NBA player, that he could make the NBA. He made the NBA. His stats going into his 5th year shows that he is an NBA player. He averaged 9, 11, 14, which is really 15, which 11 is really 12, and 13 last year. Shot in the 40s. Assists 7, 5, 7, 6, basically 5 rebounds, 2 over 5. So I mean, Lonzo fulfilled the desire of many and the dream of many that he would make it. He would be an NBA player. He is. He did that. He even got the second bag, as we know. But when we look at these stats and we look at them, and we start saying, well, what does the picture really show? Well, It's those games played that's problematic for Lonzo.
And Coach Joe, you see,
because huh?
No, I wasn't.
Go ahead, DJ.
Not to cut you off, but I want to add something. You see the minutes right there, and now we haven't talked about Lamelo yet, but godly, I wish Lamelo would have played those type of minutes. 34.6 minutes a game.
Out the gate, 30 minutes.
Man, let the church say amen.
Out the gate, 30 minutes. See, and so so thank you, DJ, for that. I like that because that's exactly right. But them games played are problematic for somebody who is who has Lonzo's game. He stuffs the stats. He does a lot of things. That's what it say here. It say this player here does a lot of things. Okay. Well, in order to do those things, he got to be available. And when we look at the minutes, as DJ pointed out, he got the minutes to be able to do those things. But then when we look at the games played, we see that he ain't been available. The minutes to be able. Now listen, family, we ain't here to talk about why and who and fault and all that. None of that. Because going into your 5th year, that ain't the point no more. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing no more. Nothing to do with nothing. Because this is the truth. This is what he did, what he's done. And so far, Lonzo is showing us that he is not NBA ready when it comes to availability. He's not. He is, and so far he ain't played one season, full season yet. And to me, 80, 79, 80, 81, 82, somewhere in there, one time. He ain't did it once. And that right there is problematic for a kid who relies on his athleticism, his speed, because all of his game to me, DJ, look like that. It relies on that, on him being healthy. And if he can't be healthy, then what do we have?
And what's that saying, Coach? The best ability is availability.
Availability. Hey. What have you done for me lately? Janet Jackson said, right?
And
so Coach, go ahead, DJ. Yeah.
And shout out to Deacon Farrs. He said, "What it do, everybody? Peace and blessings, my brother." Shout out to everybody in the chat.
Facts.
Look at the assist totals: 7.27, 5 assists. He's a pass first point guard. You know why Lonzo only has that many assists, and he should have had double-digit assists. And I've been talking about it. People gonna be mad, but I'm gonna say it. He doesn't drive to the basket enough. See, if Lonzo was assertive of driving to the basket, he would average 10 to 11 or even 12 assists per game. What do you think, Coach Joe?
Facts. That's a fact, DJ. That's a fact. I mean, this is people playing Lonzo for the pass. He still averaged over 5. Not one year did he not have the average at least 5 assists. See, and that's with no going to the basket, no diversity in his game that way to help his passing, to take his passing to another level, which we're gonna talk about when we get to Melo. See, so when I look at Lonzo, that's my concern about Lonzo going forward is right there at that availability. If Lonzo ain't available, then I don't feel very good about that third bag, or it ain't gonna be no. I don't think it's gonna be no upgrade. Obviously, I don't think it's gonna be that. It'll be some mid-level exception type of situation, in my view, probably. Unless he gets healthy quickly and shows some ability in that area, I don't think that it'll come that way.
And everyone in the comment section, make sure to hit the like button. Let's get it to 40 likes. Share this video if you haven't. Tell a friend, or person you may know that we're live. Coach Joe, what does Lonzo have to do to have a great season next year?
Well, it's all about for Lonzo just getting his body right. This is one of the things that is so overlooked, in my view, which is so foundational about a NBA career, an NFL career, a professional athlete's career. And that's, not just your work ethic, but how you work. And then we got to be honest, DJ. I mean, family. Sometimes it's just about what you got. What was passed down to you? See, are you resilient? I mean, it looks like, see, for me, I have issues with Lonzo's health the way it is because of the fact that he come from two athletic parents. See, two former basketball, two athletic parents, played collegiate sports. Okay, so played to the next level. So that's why, and they got all of that. But Lonzo can't seem to stay healthy though. See, so that might be approach. See, family, that might be approach. I don't know Lonzo that his thing that well, so I don't know if it's his approach. But I tell you this, I had better see something different going forward, DJ, to believe that there are any change gonna happen. Mm-hmm. That's the point. See, if I see some change going forward in his routine and who he's around and how he approaches what he do. See, because I don't want to hear this nonsense about, he with the team, he around the team, he around the organization. Man, I don't want to hear that, man. I don't want to hear that. No. The dogs, they go out and get their own crew. They go get their own trainers. They go get their own program. They get their own nutrition. Come on, we know how this works. This ain't no etch-a-sketch. This ain't no, we don't know. We know how this works. And Lonzo's supposed to be one. Huh, DJ?
No, you keep going, then I'll say what I was going to say.
Yeah, no, but go ahead. I landed. So that's for me what it got to be.
Man, you spot on, OG, man. This is the type of stream that will come through perspective. This is a basketball talk topic. And Joshua May says, do you think Lonzo is hungry enough to make those changes? Good question.
Woo, that's a heavy question there, Joshua. That's a heavy question. I want to shout out to Joshua Mays. That's my nephew right there. Shout out, nephew. So good to see you in the chat. DJ, this is his first time in the chat. And so I want to welcome my nephew to DJ's Raw Truth Media with DJ and Coach Joe. How you doing there, my brother? So good to see you. Welcome into the family.
Welcome.
And that's a hell of a question. And I'm gonna tell you, I don't feel confident enough in myself to even answer that because how do I say? Lonzo looks like Lonzo all the time. What you think, DJ?
Yeah, it's I have a saying and the player, and this is all basketball, the athlete has to want it more than its fans do.
Facts.
And if I was in his position and if my knees are just riddled with injuries, I'm making changes to my diet. I'm making changes to my trainer. Shout out to Slack. He says he needs an actual training. Playing basketball at the beach ain't going to make you better. He also says training with Demo isn't going to cut it. Well, Demo's like a friend to him. I don't think he's a.
I don't think he's his trainer.
Yeah.
That's like it's like his valet. He's like his valet. He's who was that dude that was with Benjamin 2000 and Outkast? Who was the butler? Who was the butler? That dude.
Farnsworth Bentley.
There we go. Bentley, yes, there we go. That's who Demo is, and they all the dudes, all the brothers had that. They all got that. And that's good. That's somebody they can trust. But look, this brother right here, Zaymac the Lock said he was hungry when he changed his jump shot, though. Yes, and therein lies, and for me, why I said I can't answer it. Because I recognize that Lonzo has made some jumps. He's made some changes. Major. Okay, he fixed that jump shot. I didn't think it needed fixing but when he came in, but it clearly something got in his head. I don't know what it was, but he needed to change it. He did, and he's more than efficient in his percentage. Okay, so he fixed that. So I agree. So I guess I would say the ball love that I have for the family would lean me to say, I guess, thank you, Z, for that. I appreciate that. I had to say that, yeah, I think he has I'm gonna go with Zoe here. I think he has the ability to do it. The two change, yes. I'm gonna say that.
And A Payne the Savage says Lonzo has the same face,
Hey,
just like Eli Manning. I know what you're talking about, man. Emotionless. That's a good comparison.
That's a good one, A-Pain. A-Pain, I just want to say, what's happening, my brother? And I just want you to know, I got a little eye over there on that Washington Wizards of yours over there. I'm watching them a little bit. I like a little bit what they've been doing. I just want you to know that, A-Pain, because you disappeared on us last year a little bit. I think I didn't see you up for a while. You know what I mean? I was thinking about calling the NSA or something. You know what I mean? But I'm so glad to see you back.
Yeah. Hey, you know what's sad, Coach Joe? Before we move on to Jello,
yes. Oh, move on to Jello.
Before we go there, because you know it's gonna be. I got the stats and everything. Woo! Before we go there, drink some water, kick your feet up, get some food. We are about to go 1,000% true.
Whatever age you need, get them. Okay.
And let me answer this with A Payne Savage when he said my Wizards going to look good this year. The Wizards have done more. That's how you build a team. They re-upped the contract for Bradley Beal. He's staying there.
They sure did.
And they gave him some pieces this year. This is how you do it. This is why Bradley Beal stayed besides the contract. The Hornets are the most backwards organization in the NBA. You got a young man, Lamelo Ball, who's your only all-star, and you don't want to build this team around his strengths. We're going to save that for after we talk about Jello. But shout out to the Wizards.
So anybody other than and anybody in the chat there that want to, before we switch over to Jello, go to Jello, want to, give any parting shots about Lonzo that you want us to take a look at. Just go ahead and drop that in the chat. DJ, I got high hopes for Lonzo next year because I feel like the organization took a step back in a lot of ways when he got hurt. And I thought that the team played considerably better and played with a little more swag too when Lonzo was out there. See, you know what I mean? And so I look forward to him coming back. I can't wait. I love the fact that he wasn't ready and said, I ain't ready. And Chicago was clamoring. People saying, no, we need Zoe back. He's the reason. Come on, we need Zoe back.
That's the perfect team for Lonzo. He just got to be healthy, Coach Joe.
Facts.
That was the perfect team. I was echoing a bit. Okay, now for what you all been looking for, Liangelo Ball. So this is what scouts and evaluators had Liangelo by looking at his film in high school. This was his ranking. All right. So that's Liangelo's ranking. 6'6", 240. Now, Coach Joe, from reading this, what's your judgment of Jello? What scouts saw Jello in high school?
I think. First of all, they had Jello as a 3-star. Okay, he's 3-star here. And usually, and we must say that Liangelo, just looking at this, but then knowing Liangelo as well, we know that there's more that comes with it other than just this. But this right here says he's a long shot. The 6'6", 240 tells me that he was a without me knowing him or watching him play, I would have thought he was a small ball center in high school, because that that looks like that's what that looked like. That looked like big body man, right?
Hmm?
So and then going to UCLA, and you look at it, they say he's 41 in his position in the country. That's pretty good. That's top 50. That's pretty good, family. 29 regional. All right, 16th in the state. There it is. So his ranking was pretty good there for it, but the overall for his class, they didn't have him as a lottery pick. Let's put it that way. That he would struggle probably.
Yeah, Jello in high school, he put up points. Now I do have to let y'all know, because I'm from Texas. Coach is from, well, really from Chicago, but California right now as he resides. There have been a lot of players who scored a lot of points. Points do not dictate what you're going to be in the NBA or your ranking is.
Facts.
Ever.
Facts.
I've been around athletes who average 28 to 30 plus points per game, and they have never sniffed the NBA. So I wanted to point that out there.
Facts.
What scouts look for is not how much points you score per game, or it's your efficiency. It's your moves, if you got enough moves, if you got a little wiggle. And you see the position that they had Jello in on the screen. Now, this is just a clear analysis. Small forward. They didn't even put him at shooting guard.
Small forward. Facts.
Now, we got to be adjustable.
Sort of like PJ Tucker. That kind of small forward, right?
Yeah, like PJ Tucker. What you call
that
those
kind of small forward?
A dual forward. You could play power forward or small forward.
Dual. Right.
Yes.
And see, and so far, what we have to give Jello is, for me, I give Jello because the highlight of Jello so far is the G League. And it's not even starting in the G League. Jello hasn't started in the G League yet. And he is in his class is going into their 4th year, just for those who keeping up with his peers. His class is going to their 4th year in the NBA. And Jello hasn't made it yet. He's still in the G League. So so the highlight would be for Jello is that he made it to the G League. And again, family, that's getting paid to play professional basketball. There's only so many slots. There's only so many players playing in the G League. This pool that we looking at this lens through from where they started, what the DJ brought up, is high school, and we talking about a lot of high school players, right? A lot of high school. I mean, you know what? Hundreds of thousands, probably. Yes. Mm-hmm. So he clearly, when you look at the big picture, is one of the elites, top 100, top 80. That's good. That's very good. But it's a long shot for the pros. Yes, DJ.
Good point. And here's his stats. Here's his regular season stats. Let me move this out the way. Okay. So at the G League, 13.2 minutes.
Okay. All right. Okay. 13 minutes, 4 points. Look, family, this is nothing to write home about. If you probably anybody but Jello. Let's put this in perspective. If Jello wasn't a ball and he was just a regular kid in that class and he was 79 and he didn't made it to the G League, okay, I think wherever he came from, the people there would be happy for him and excited and call that a success. He's living his dream. He's playing professional basketball. That's a very good thing. The only where we trip up at is when we put him back in the thing with the Ball family. We put him back with his brothers because he's behind and getting further behind. You feel me, DJ?
Mm-hmm.
See, so I was really looking forward to this G League for Jello to stand out because to me he was one of the oldest dudes on the team. He had been around there, them young guys they just brought in and stuff. I was really looking for him to, him to rise. The cream rises to the top. I was really looking forward to seeing that. Instead, I got 53 points from the G League, from the Drew League. And for those that know me, know what I think about that. That's the highlight right now that makes Jello relevant to still be in the conversation that his brothers are in.
And Coach Joe,
Which is to have all three
there's
Ball brothers in. Yes.
yeah. I'm gonna read some of these comments, but I will say this:
Yes, please. Go
there
for
are
it.
there are some fans of Jello. I'm gonna be honest with it. They won't say it, but they think that they truly feel that he's the best one, even though he has not played in the NBA. And they feel like the China incident is the only reason why he was never drafted. But let's keep it trill and real. He wasn't in any NBA radars. Like I root for Jello, but I didn't see NBA the first year. I look at NBA draft logs all the time, and I just didn't see NBA the first year.
Mm.
And
Yeah, I don't think Stevie Wonder saw it either.
Do I do? So let me read these comments. Zaymac Loke says, "Do you think Jello should have been training to be a point guard as a kid since he is kind of undersized?" You have a good point. When he was at Chino Hills, what they should have done when they were blowing out those teams, they should have had Jello work on the point guard skills to develop a handle. That's what I would have done. Like as soon as they're blowing out their competition,
and you know what, DJ Zaymac, the low. That's another good question. You've been on hitting some on some questions there, Z. What's up, man? I'm loving it. This speaks to for me, DJ and family, that everybody, including the coaching staffs that coached the boys, Coach Jello, all bought into to Big Baller's dream and Big Baller's role for his dream. And remember, in his dream and that he set up for his boys to be together, Jello is always the shooter. Always the shooter. The sniper. And here we are going into his class's fourth year in the NBA, which means those guys in his class that are elite or that have made a mark are already have their second bag or getting ready to get their second bag or getting ready to go to Europe or somewhere else in the world and play because there ain't no more room for them. That's all the time you get. You get about 3 to 4 years when you get into the NBA and when you come into the NBA when you're a first round draft pick. And if you don't distinguish yourself for another bag, you don't get one. See, so clearly, I just want perspective here. We can see now how far three classes removed, going into the fourth class. How long a shot it is for Jello to get to the NBA. Long shot. And to me, the only way he's gonna get in is, and I believe that I'm gonna say this because it's about Jello. I believe that part of the trepidation surrounding embracing Lamelo, which we will really see it when we get to talking about Melo here next. Melo's up for the big money contract, the Supermax, and I feel like they're really suppressing their embracing of Melo because they really don't want Jello, and I feel like they believe they have to have him. They do for Jello what Milwaukee has done for Giannis's brother.
I see that too, Coach Joe, and I'm gonna keep reading these chats. Terry in the chat said, had Jello's scouting grade been listed as a shooting guard, he would have been higher. His stats doesn't translate high as a forward. What you think about that, OG?
Going into let's just be fair. Let's critique him like his class. Anybody that's in the NBA or been in the G League that's from his class that has these stats, been in this system, and here it is going into their fourth year into whichever league they're in, and this is what they've done. What do you think? I think it's time out for all of that. I think we know, because again, what are we talking about here, family? We're not talking about whether or not he can play basketball. We're not talking about whether or not he can shoot. We're not talking about any of those things. We're only talking about his progress and as it relates to his class, and as that relates to the NBA, professional basketball.
Now, I'll say this, Coach Joe. Liangelo's high school ranking 79. He was 1 point away from a low 4-star. I had to put that on. He was 1 point away from a low 4-star. Really, he should have had an 80 overall grade, which is a low 4-star. It doesn't guarantee NBA, but there's a shot to the pros. He did score 32 points a game, in fairness. But again, the NBA, they look at your playing style. They look how you move, your lateral quickness, if you have it or not. And that's how they judge. A-Pain Savage says for him, it's hard not to recognize his tough start. It's a slow grind. He's slowly walking through the gates, but it's going to work. Yeah, he has to put in the work. Shout out to Trent, my brother. Good day, DJ and Coach.
What's up, Trent? How you doing? Good to see you, Young G. Big Spell. Good to see you. He said he should have played some college ball. College guys get more opportunity to succeed. Facts. Again, that was the circumstance that he ended up with, that he found himself in, and he tried to make the best out of it. That's why I don't have any criticism for Jello at all. From all of the his journey was the most fraught with danger. Will Robinson. Let's keep it real. I can't imagine being a part of being the center of an international incident as a 18-year-old. 19-year-old. You in the middle, you are the cause of an international incident. I can't imagine that pressure.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so for me, Jello's got a special place in my heart. Because he has grinded his way out of it. He's worked his way out of it. And I want him to be as successful as ever. But to this show today, we're talking about where are they now? And right now, Jello gets a big fat 0 because he ain't done nothing to advance himself being a part of the three-headed Ball brothers to be in the NBA. This last G League performances that he put in, he was one of the oldest dudes and one of the most experienced dudes on that team, and he didn't, and what he didn't do nothing to distinguish himself this year, and that really bothered me, because I really thought that there was no reason why he shouldn't have been able to do that. He should have been able to distinguish himself. He knew where he was. He his third year. I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. Your brother is the man there. Come on, man. Come on, man.
And speaking of G League, look at here's Jello's summer league stats. You see a difference? 2021, 2022 summer league was more efficient, more minutes because he played well. The field goal was higher in 22 of this year, but the 3-point makes is better. Jello was more in shape last summer league. I don't care what anyone says. What you think about that, Coach Joe?
I mean, the number that speaks for it, DJ. It speaks what you're saying. I mean, again, that's why, and what I'm saying, that's why I said he regressed. He was not better. We heard more positive things and positive stuff about his play coming out of the open gyms last year, didn't we?
Yeah,
than we did this year. So, Jello gets a big fat incomplete because he and I don't mean he can't get there because he got two brothers that's there, so he certainly can get there. And one of them, and we're gonna talk about here in a second or two.
Yes, we are. And Terry in the chat said I could have sworn he was a 4-star recruit his senior year up until media turned on LeVar. I'll give you credit on this, Terry. He should have been an 80 overall grade. Which is above 79. I think you know how these rankings are. If you're close in the ranking and they feel a certain way, they'll dip a point. Be like, we ain't giving you no 4-star grade.
Right.
All Jello needed was 1 point to be a 4-star, which is 80 overall. Now it's not high 80s, which is a difference, but it would look respectable. And Jack Slammer says, in your opinion, Coach, what does Jello need to get there?
Before I answer that, Jack, DJ, can you go big spell the one he asked about the 32 points? I want to.
Right here.
He said about the 32 points in high school. He said, "How could Jello?"
It's right above.
There we go. That's it. That's it right there. He says, I don't know why a 32-point player at a hood high school didn't get a 4-star, but whatever. Well, part of the reason is that he wasn't at a hood high school. He was in farm country up in Chino, California. So far from the hood, you couldn't even sniff it. I mean, you need a drone to help you get to where he's from, and you need to have a whole lot of power to put in that joker to get from Chino Hills to the hood. and DJ said it earlier too, huh?
One thing he brought up was Big Spell. Shout out to Big Spell 1. He says, I don't know what teams are looking for in Jello. Most NBA players are brought in to do a certain job. Yeah, they're looking. If you're not elite in talent, they're looking for 3-and-D players. In Jello, he has to work on his defense to complement the offense. And then offensively, if you do not have handles, you have to shoot the 3 ball in the 40+%. You can't shoot no 30, 37%, 38%. And that's what Jello needs to work on. But I'm excited for his progression in the G League. I think he'll be in the G League. We'll see how he does there.
I want to answer Jack. He said his question now. What is he to work on? Jack, DJ, he needs to work on his defense, but also, DJ, you brought something up here when he got with the G League team that was very, I thought, was very spot on, as you are in many of the things that you see, and you said Joe looks slower to you this year. Did you say that?
Yes,
his feet look slower. Yeah, and so. Big Spell, you're right. It is a game of specialties now, but Jello hasn't distinguished that scorer that his ability to shoot like he did in high school and overseas in Lithuania. He hasn't shown that yet. We haven't seen that consistently yet. They haven't seen it consistently yet. And nobody, and I don't know why. Because now we're going into his fourth year. His class is going into their fourth year.
Man, these some good questions, man. Terry in the chat. Wait, let me read A Payne first. A Payne Savage says, Coach, I agree. His style is very unique, especially with his big body type. The coach have to recognize that. Perfect example is Zebo couldn't jump over a piece of paper, but the style. But that's why I mentioned
Great
it.
point. That's a great point, though, DJ. That's A Paint, DJ. He's making. That's a great point. The special, they always have been specialists to carve out their own niche, but look how exceptional Debo was at it. Woo! And that's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah, man. I wish Jello was 6'8" or taller. He would have been in the NBA if he was 6'8" and taller.
Or DJ, I wish he was shooting 44 to 45% from the three-point line, so they would have to play him. I wish
talk to him. Talk to him.
I wish
that's what
that.
we've been talking about.
I wish Jello was shooting 42 to 46% from three-point land with the Storm, so that they would just be forced to put his ass on that floor, because the numbers they wouldn't be able to ignore. But he ain't put up them yet. So what we doing? Tick tock, tick tock. Those of us that like the balls, what we doing? We waiting for it to happen, because we know he's capable of it. We waiting for it to happen, and we don't know why it ain't happened yet, but it hasn't.
Coach Joe, you said something so real that I don't think a lot of content creators even point out. 40+%. That's what he has to do. If you ain't got handles, if you ain't got quickness, you need. Because I remember people was asking about JJ Redick, but JJ Redick is a marksman. Right. I mean, he's shooting up, and he's actually quicker. Like, he gets off screens pretty quickly in his prime. That's what you got to do. And shout out to Coach Ant Learn, Show 305 Tom, becoming a member, man. Peace and blessings, my brother. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you so much, Showtime. See, DJ, there's a video that's going around right now that on Instagram. I saw it on, I think I might have saw it on Instagram or on Twitter, one of the two, I'm not sure. And and it's the Steph Curry was at one of his camps, and we're talking to some of his campers. Have you seen any of those stories?
I only saw a couple of clips of when he's talking about. I saw one where he's talking about the hand placement of shooting and gathering your.
Okay, the one I'm talking about was probably in that, but it was shorter, and he was talking about that when he gets the ball. He's telling the campers, you got 1 second. 1 second to shoot it, rip through, or pass it. But if you hold on to that thing longer than a second, it's a grenade, and this thing blew up in your hands. Now, when I heard him say that, I immediately could see in my mind's eye Steph shooting all them jumpers, making 128 of them in a row. Why haven't we seen Jello doing those types of videos, family? We've seen the videos of Jello in the gym. We've seen Melo in the gym, Lonzo in the gym. Why have we not seen video of Jello showing the world what he does the best? Shoot videos with him shooting and making 50 in a row, 70 in a row. Steph Curry got videos out of him making 120 something in a row. Do you know that, DJ?
Oh yeah.
So where are the Jello videos of making 25 in a row? If he's that dude, he's that shooter. That's what he does best, and he's NBA elite. I think to me, DJ, that's there's a lot of evidence that speaks to why uh, at this stage Jello might be where he is, and it might speak to um, just just that feeling that permeates through me that what the Most High has for you is for you. What's not for you is not for you, and we can't make it be otherwise. The idea is to find out what the Most High has given me, what the Most High has given you, what gifts, what talents they've given you. He's given you, and then you make movement on that talent, with that talent, and your way will be blessed. The doors will be open. Nobody can say the doors have not been open to Jello since he came out of high school in the NBA. They've been open. He's had opportunities, and that's all we can say. And I close there with Jello.
And before we go and talk about that star attraction, man, Lamelo Ball. Shout out to the Lamelo in the building. Hey,
Holics in the building.
That's what y'all been waiting on. Let me read some of these questions because I know y'all about to turn up on this one, man. Terry in the chat said Jello needs some on-court personality. He's just running on the floor looking to fit in. Lamelo has on-court personality. You'll know he's out there on the floor. I'll add to that. Lamelo, what makes him great, not only his handles, talent, IQ, he has dog in him. He's not playing complacent. You know what I mean, Coach? He's not playing comfortable. When it comes to Jello and his other brothers, and we're rooting for Jello, but let's be honest, he does look comfortable out there. Like, I'm too comfortable. Like, I have my brothers in the NBA. I'm eventually going to get in the NBA. No, you can't have that mindset. To make the NBA, you have to dominate your position, both offensively and defensively, especially if you're not drafted high. You have a different journey than others. What do you think, Coach Joe?
I'm with you 100%, DJ, but I'm just trying to ask who stole the videos? Mm-hmm. I know Jello put them videos on him making 50 in a row, 70 in a row, 100 in a row. I know they out there. Somebody stole it. We need to open an investigation to find out who absconded, who stole in those Jello videos. Because Terry in the chat said that's true. He can't remember seeing them either. It's sort of like DJ it's sort of like the girl that drove that dude that did that dirt on Nipsey. We for a long time, over 2 years, 3 years, nobody saw her. Who is she? She disappeared in plain sight, in sight of the social media world. How can you just disappear in this world, social media world we live in today? But them videos of Jello shooting all them threes, well, because he can do that. Like I heard somebody say, remember DJ, we was on one of the shows, one of the brothers said that DJ, he says Jello could be like Steph, like Klay Thompson. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
As well as Klay. Whoa! Now, if you put Klay Thompson's numbers up here, oh my God, we'll be blushing like prom dates. I mean, them numbers look so beautiful, it ain't even funny.
Shout out to Douglas Golden Child. He said salute to Raw Truth. He said Lamelo Holic in the building. They're yearning for it. They're yearning for Lamelo content now. Oh man, they're yearning for that. Right. 5 stars. The 5-star. Yeah, we gotta talk about that 5-star.
Now we bring it up to the golden child, the wild child, the MB1. We bring it up that boy now. Whose man's is that? That's our man. That's we Meloholics. Let's do the drum roll. Bring them stats up. Let's bring that review up.
Doom 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 doom. Oh my Lord!
Yeah,
So missing a year in high school. Now, Coach Joe, LaMelo Ball almost averaged a triple-double in high school.
Yes, in high school. Wait a minute. You know what immediately stands out here, DJ, that's so crazy to me?
Yeah.
So crazy to me. Is his grade is a 93. He's a 5-star recruit, but he's 21st. Are we really looking at that class that he was in to say that there's 21 players better than him?
Oh no! Remember they ranked Nico Manion ahead of him. He's overseas somewhere. They ranked Cole Anthony ahead of him. Solid player, but he's not an all-star.
They say his position. They say he's 4th in his position. 4th nationally in his position as a point guard. Wow. Talk about Rome. See, the ESPN 100 might want to. They this kind of stuff. They should probably go out of business for printing this type of blasphemy. I mean, if this is y'all recruiting, this is what y'all machine put together. That this is what you saw. Wow, with and this is the crazy part. All of the tape and all of the diversity of LaMelo Ball that y'all had, and this is what y'all came up with when he came out of Spire. Wow.
Let me list the names of people that was ranked ahead of LaMelo Ball. Number 1, James Wiseman is hurt all the time, and he needs to find. He's like the lion from Wizard of Oz. He needs some courage.
Facts.
Number 2, Cole Anthony, point guard. Number 1 point guard in that class. Number 3, Isaiah Stewart, solid player for the Detroit Pistons. Number 4, Anthony Edwards, a star in the making. That was Anthony Edwards and LaMelo Ball was supposed to go 1 and 2. No way in hell Anthony Edwards should have been 4. RJ Hampton, the number 2 point guard in that class. He's a journeyman. Shout out to RJ Hampton. He's from Texas, but he's a backup. I'm keeping it real. Number 6, Vernon Carey. Traded. He was a second-round pick, early second-round pick. Was ranked ahead of LaMelo.
And by the way, shout out to Vernon Carey. He's playing well in Washington. I think might have found out. Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, he is. It's funny when the Hornets trade away some of their young players, they do better when they play on other teams.
Right. Especially the big ones. Christian Wood.
Jaden McDaniel, number 7. He's a rising player for the Minnesota Timberwolves, but not fully developed yet. Josh Green, backup for the Dallas Mavericks. Nico Manion, he was drafted by the Warriors in the 2nd round, but was not drafted. I mean, is not on the team currently. He's always in the overseas in the G League. Shout out to Tomorrow Leader Sports Network. Good brother. Said peace and blessings. Subscribe to his channel. And then you got Scottie Lewis, 2nd round. Matthew Hurt. Khalil Whitney wasn't even drafted. Tyrese Maxey is really good for the 76ers.
Yep, Tyrese Maxey's nice.
Brian Antoine, I don't know where he at. Isaiah Mobley, Evan Mobley's brother, 2nd round pick, journeyman. Precious Achua, role player. Yeah, journeyman.
Yep.
Armando Bacot, North Carolina, he returned. He will play his senior year. Trenton Walford just got drafted not too long ago. And Big O, role player right now, but has potential in LaMelo 21. These are the players that were ranked over LaMelo Ball.
Wow. Is that illuminating? See, in order to miss that big, in my view, it has to be intentional.
It was personal.
And it had to be personal. And it was in their feelings. And so that reflects in your feelings. So we go from Melo to this is what his high school is. What is his stats look like in the NBA? Let's bring up Melo.
Oh yeah. Let's get to Let's get to the nitty gritty.
Yeah, let's look at where he's at today. Where is he at now? We got everybody at. Let's look at Melo. Where is he at today? Okay.
Well, look at there. And look at the minutes. So Lonzo, his older brother, has been having more minutes than LaMelo Ball.
Came in. His fresh rookie year averaged 30 minutes a game, 31 minutes a game. Look at them numbers. See, when you see them big jumps from 51 games to 75 games, 75 is really 82. That was just an anomaly. Okay, and what do we know why he missed those 7 games? It was COVID. Remember, DJ?
Mm-hmm.
It's COVID. It had nothing to do with LaMelo. So LaMelo went from 51 games his rookie year and that injury to his next year playing basically the whole season. That tells you that something was off, an anomaly. When a player raises his average, now look, his minutes went from 28 to 32. That's 4 minutes. His numbers went up 5 from 15 to 20. That's a huge jump. Imagine LaMelo going next year from 20 and jump 7 and go to 27 to 28. We're talking about all NBA. And why would he not be able to do that? And we look at his rebounds and his assists. This is a player. What else these stats aren't showing? These stats aren't showing rookie of the year. Overwhelming rookie of the year.
Well deserved.
All-star. Already an all-star, which makes he's going to be eligible for the Supermax. So now for anybody wants to say where you coming from, I'm with you. But we can't argue with the only Ball brother that's being even he has the potential to be in the elite categories and out for the Supermax is LaMelo. And shout out to the big baller for saying that a long time ago that LaMelo would be the best of all of them.
He said it. They got mad when we said it, but that's what he said.
Matt had rookie of the year on 51 games exactly. 51 games, rookie of the year, and it was unanimous, and nobody was arguing about it. As a matter of fact, there were people apologizing for not getting it, being late on the late freight, for being a hater. I saw so many of them hater videos, people, reformed haters saying, "Oh, well, we sorry, I was hating. Melo's just really better than I just could have dreamed. I hate it, but he's better than I could have dreamed." Yeah, he is.
And A-Pain the 7th says there's no JB, so the sky's the limit. But watch, the Hornets will do Hornet things to mess this up some way, somehow. LaMelo, my opinion, I think he will get the minutes because Steve Clifford, he's not a winning coach. Let's put that out there. But he does give guards minutes. That's one thing he does. He will give him minutes. The thing I'm worried about is how he utilizes LaMelo because not all minutes are the same. I want y'all to think about that.
Facts. But see, this is the thing. This is the thing, DJ, to me that needs to happen, that I believe is going to happen. When they get into training camp, okay, it's going to be clear on this team that this is Melo's team. And Terry and Gordon and Clumsley, you may have more seniority than he does, but you are not a franchise player. And I believe they will step into their regular places. And I'm hopeful, and this is my hope, that by the end of after the All-Star break, about a month after the All-Star break, that a lot of those young dudes are playing. And that All-Star and that break brings about the trading deadline that some people get moved. and the organization, although late, then make some moves to further certify to say this is Melo's team. That's what I think they're gonna do.
Memphis 10, welcome. He says Steve Clifford is a winning coach. He took the Hornets and the Magic to the playoffs with horrible rosters. He did take their teams to the playoffs with horrible rosters, but what about the horrible years? There's a reason why he is below 500 as well. Now, his record is better than JB. I'll give it, he's better than JB, but that's not really saying much. I got to see it to believe it.
So we look at where Melo is today. Melo's on the tip of the very tip of superstardom. Kendrick Perkins said that he is already a superstar. He says that his kids, when he go to his son's AAU games and listen to the kids, they all want to be Melo Ball. And we know with them shoes running off the shelves, can't keep them shoes. Now we see why one of the reasons Michael Jordan gonna come along slowly. He wants to make sure before to get the money to him, because he don't want to get the money to no Puma. You know how MJ is. He's so territorial. This dude. He certainly is very predatory, like Apple when it comes to them damn gym shoes. Man, it's amazing to me. Dude, you ain't played ball in 20 years. I don't know how long. You ain't played basketball in a long time. People wearing your shoes still. Ain't that enough? God dang.
You see who Jargon Media Network says Steve Clifford is a career in and out coach. It is what it is. It's a reason why he wasn't the first choice. And you're correct. Steve Clifford wasn't the first choice. This was a cheap move. Because this is
wait a minute, DJ. He wasn't the second choice or the third choice.
No. Oh no, he wasn't even the fifth choice.
Yeah, he was way down. He was the he was the girl you got on standby. With the glasses and the braces.
hey, I have a good analogy. Steve Clifford, and this is with women too, it's like the one chick who, like, if all fails, like you hitting up chicks, to hang out and stuff. But right. There's one chick who ain't like the other ones, but there's gonna be there to kick it with you. That's what I compare.
Right, and she a librarian.
Like, oh yeah, I know she gonna answer. Answer.
Exactly, because she at the crib reading.
I was like, oh, this is we all get that. We all get that number, man. We call that old reliable. Yeah,
right, so I had it. In my case, had it at one time.
Show 305 time. I figured that was you, Coach Ant Learn, because of the emblem. But he said, "What's good, DJ and Coach Joe? This is Ant Learn."
What's up, Coach? How you doing? Hope all is well. With you and the fam. Oh, you put the link up there, so those that want to jump in, let's go. Where you at? Smooth. Where you at? Hoop. Where you at, Hoop?
Yeah, join the stream if y'all got a team.
Where you at, Pope? Where the Pope at? Where you at, Pope? So DJ, for me, man, I have so many high expectations for Melo this year, and I'm so excited about the possibility of what we're gonna see because, he feels, it's professional sports and life is about confidence, and a player is only good as he's confident, as what he believes he's confident in, and to see Melo with his jersey back right, he's got his number 1 back. We all know what that meant to him. To me, it's obviously good to see, and just the fact that. I think he knows what he needs. I really do. I think he knows what he needs and who he needs. And I think he understands that now. And I'm going to tell you something. what has been very illuminating to me is that this summer, DJ, you correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. But I think I haven't heard Melo say anything about this Miles Bridges situation at all in social media.
No, not at all.
At all. Nothing. See, and so I think that also created an urgency in him that that for him to understand unequivocally that you have to. This is your team, dude. It's about you. See, because you know, organization clearly is showing you they can't, you know, they wanting in their role. So you're gonna have to really, you know, get in your kitchen and your lab, and you're gonna have to make it happen. And I like that, Jack. You're right. Jack says Lamelo was raised in public. Way too smart to comment on Miles. No, you absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But also because Melo is on, see all that old we are buddies, we're buddies, we're brothers, and we're brothers, and we're brothers, and we're brothers. You know, all that old stuff is all wonderful. But Melo understands uniquely what it means to be heavy the head that wears the crown, because the crown is on his head. It ain't on Miles's head, or Terry's, or Gordon's, or none of the rest of them. It's on his head, and he got to wear it. So I believe he understands the task at hand, that he has to be in control. And I think that's why he said in that Slam magazine article that he has not gotten the keys yet, and them bastards hadn't given it to him yet. But that's over with.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a fun season.
And I think, and before we move anyway, DJ, I have to say, I am not surprised when I look at the order. Although I am surprised a little bit that Jello hasn't done better, and in terms of his, and especially in terms of his fitness. I know he had problems with his ankle and for a while there, and that was a problem. And I know he was playing hurt, playing the big ball away, playing hurt, and trying to play through it. And he finally got his surgery, and I think he was better. But he should have lost weight. He should have lost weight. See, and that would have signaled a different kind of commitment from him as well, that he sees himself differently. Nothing irritates these general managers and these people that know than somebody who stubbornly will not let go of the idea that they believe is real about them, that hasn't gotten them anywhere. And y'all know who I'm talking about. That dude that's always telling me, man, I'm better, man. They just won't give me a chance, man. Well, man, when you in camp this time, man, but the name did this to me, man. What about over there? No, that wasn't fair, man, because then it was. Okay, all right. It's always going to be something, ain't it?
Mm-hmm. Man, stall out, man. Come on, man.
and Melo has shown us that he has persevered through it all, from the uneven treatment from the media, having to grow up very quickly, the way that Melo has had to do, to being able to be to be able to shift and change directions quickly. That's what this young man was doing, changing. How many of us would have liked our lives when we were his age to go through some of the things that his path that he went through? Not many. And he persevered through it all the best that he could. Did he do it perfectly? No, he did it perfectly imperfect, which is what we human beings are, perfectly imperfect. So he did a marvelous job. To what? To then coming in the NBA and kicking that door in, kicking it in. Just and through what? Through his play. Through showing the world what he loves. And letting us in on a beautiful, beautiful thing. And I'm grateful for it. Appreciate it.
Jack Simon says, should I jump on the stream? Absolutely. Anyone can jump on the
Absolutely.
stream.
Anybody want to jump on the stream? Hey, DJ opened it, so you can jump on the stream.
Yeah,
You want to share something with the Ball brothers or any of them or whatever, come on and then say your piece.
absolutely, man. A Painted Savage said, I would say Jello has improved his body. He was kind of fatty UCLA. It's like improve and then didn't improve. It's kind of like back and forth. Last season, Jello was in his best shape. This year, Jello was bigger.
Not so much.
I mean, Jello was running and gunning up and down the court, man. He was trying to get those minutes. That's why he played 17.8 minutes compared to 11 minutes, which is this year.
That's a great point, DJ.
Trent says Jello would have been an outstanding tight end. You know what's crazy? Shannon Sharp was willing to work with him, but
probably still is.
Yeah.
Probably still is. And look, let's be honest. What is Jello? 24, 23?
23
right?
going
somewhere
on
around there.
Yeah, 23 going on 24. 23 going on.
Thank you. That's perfect to switch sports. Perfect age to switch to go over to that side. Perfect. Because can you imagine? That would be his own lane. Guys, I get so much joy, and I believe they do too. I get so much joy for watching Trace Thompson, Clay's brother, play for the Dodgers. Seeing the father in the stands. The other day, Clay was at the game. Steph was there the other day videotaping him. He hit a home run. He Trace making a name for himself, his own lane, playing baseball. His daddy didn't play baseball professionally. Clay ain't playing baseball. His other brother don't play baseball. He is a professional baseball player, and he balling too. He's making the most of his opportunity. I'm so glad he's back with the Dodgers. He's making the most of his opportunity. See, so Jello could have his own lane. But, look, again, as you've said, DJ, so many times, you can't you can't dream for him. People have to, and this is still Jello's dream. So
Who Jargon says LeVar ain't going for that LOL, but literally what LeVar did similar at that age, NCAA basketball to the NFL. Yeah.
Right. Again, this is not rocket science. And he's got an example of it in his own house. We've said this over and over again. Jello's path is his dad's, but he don't want to take it. Was Clay still drunk? Probably. And I'm gonna tell you, I just a sidebar, DJ. I'm going off the side. I was very happy for Golden State, and shout out to DJ for picking them in the beginning of the season. Who saw this from the beginning of the season, said they would win the championship, and they did. So shout out to you, DJ. I was so happy for Clay. I really was. I mean, I can't imagine those injuries that he went through, and just the intestinal fortitude that it takes to come back from back-to-back horrific type situations to find yourself back. I mean, when he was playing, and I was watching him struggling, trying to beat himself, trying to get back to who he is, what he has done, and how difficult it was for him last year to see him. Have experience, have that, contribute. I'm so happy, and I can't wait to see him next year. This team is going to be unbelievable next year as well. Oh my God. Anyway, sorry, DJ.
No problem at all. Coach Joe, who's your, out of all the teams that didn't really have a great year in the NBA, who's your sleeper team?
Oh, it would have to be Minnesota.
Yeah, that's them. That's definitely them. I made a video talking about.
Yeah, I would have to say Minnesota. They, it's going to be very interesting to see. how they integrate Gobert, but the commitment. See, it's just about the commitment. I don't think anybody would get upset. Not well. Let me rephrase this. It's hard to get upset with somebody that's trying and makes mistakes trying, as opposed to somebody who makes mistakes not doing nothing. That's what's so frustrating about what we were looking at with the situation with Lamelo down in Charlotte.
Man, Anthony Edwards, man, to think Minnesota, the Timberwolves, are the one organization doing it right with their young draftees. I would have never guessed it, man. But they're doing their thing, man. The CFL podcast.
That's right, DJ. You know what I gotta say, dude? Your boy from Murray, from San Antonio, going down to Atlanta. Him and Trey now in the backcourt. Ooh,
man, the East is gonna be tough, Coach.
The East gonna be tough. You know, I saw a video, DJ. I don't know if you've seen it's going around. It's Shumpert, M.I. Shumpert talking, and he was talking about the difference between his era and this era. And he said that, when Stephen first came in, when that idea, when the new era first came in of a three or a layup, nothing in between, and making shots from the logos that high, what Steph did and changed the NBA. He said that he remembers when they played Cleveland, and he said Tyronn. He said back in the day when he played, if a dude shot the ball from 40 feet, you didn't guard him. Why would you guard him? You wanted him to shoot it so you could get the rebound and run it down his throat. He said then this other dude comes in the league, and now he's making them. So the mindset that they had that this is disrespectful. You can't make this shot consistently. Take it. Steph changed all of that. He said during that Cleveland series, Iman was considered their best wing defender, for those who don't remember. That's what his role was on that team. And he was a dog, Iman Shumpert. And shout out to his wife and his family as well. But he said at the end of it, he said, he said, I like my era of the NBA. I miss that. But I have to admit, this era of the NBA, they are better than almost any era. And he's absolutely right. These kids today are really, really good.
Man, this is another level. And shout out to the CFL podcast. He said, just got here. Subscribe to his channel. He talks about HBCUs. He said, what I missed. So we did a full breakdown on Lonzo, Liangelo, and Lamelo from high school to what they are now. And the reason why we did this video is because we want to show the viewers that this is the truth about their game. We showed stats, efficiency ratings, everything. And Coach Joe, would you like to add on to that?
Yeah, we just keeping it real. We can't. One thing we can't do, if those of us who are okay with the truth, and even when it doesn't comport to our ways of thinking or our ideas, that we will at least adhere to the truth. Yes, the truth is that since high school, all three of these boys have tape, have done something in the years that they have gotten out of high school. And we just looked at it unfettered. What have they done? Lonzo, Jello, and Melo. And we see that two of the brothers have fulfilled LeVar's dream. And we still holding out for the third one.
And one thing that's true is LaMelo, he's everything that LeVar said he would be. He said he would be the best, and LeVar was
He
right.
said that.
Lamelo is the best in the family. It's not even close. That doesn't take away from Lonzo, but Lonzo has to stay healthy. Again, let me repeat: Lonzo has to stay healthy. We know how important he is for the Bulls, but he got to be out there.
And for those that are in the back that didn't hear, he said that he got to stay healthy because he ain't been healthy. That's what the stay healthy is. It's an acknowledgement that he hasn't been healthy enough, and he hasn't.
Coach Joe, I gotta be honest. This stream is one of my favorite streams that we've done.
I'm with you. I love it. I'm having a lot of fun today, and the family. I appreciate so many of the family in the chat. Because this is, remember, sports is a microcosm of life. And so we're talking about life when we're talking about these Ball brothers, and we're talking about what the ups and downs, the lefts and rights, the twists and turns. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about life, and we all can relate to that. See, because we're all connected as humans to each other. All of us are. And that's just how it is. But I'm gonna tell you, DJ, I am so looking forward to this year. I can't wait to see the Clippers, man. I must admit, I'm a little bit worried.
Their defense is gonna be good.
Oh my God, DJ! Oh, can you imagine them healthy? Can you imagine that group healthy?
And my Bernie Mac voice is gonna be trouble.
It's gonna be trouble, man. Oh my stars! I cannot imagine that these guys healthy. So, it's so many. Houston's gonna be better this year, even with all their young dudes. I like the commitment that they made to their young core. That Jalen Green gonna be nice. Ooh, so I mean, what's his name? The Green kid, and that's it.
Yeah, Jalen Green. You're right.
He gonna be nice. Well, I mean, I can't wait to see a second year Scottie Barnes down in Houston. I mean, down in Toronto. Wow, gonna be nice. Okay, we're looking forward to seeing that Detroit backcourt with Cunningham and Ivy. Ooh, and the pieces that we put under Detroit. Man, I want to see Duren. Now I can't wait to see him throwing things up to Duren. I want to see the second coming of Sean Kemp and Gary Payton. That's what I want to see. I want to see the new one, what 2.0 looks like. So it's a lot.
Is it basketball season yet, Coach? Is it hoop season yet?
It ain't hoop shit. It ain't.
Man. Like the CFL podcast said, let's make sure to hit the like button. It's easy to do, and best way to support the channel, the algorithm. Hit the like button, share the video throughout all social media platforms. And when NBA season starts, you know what I'm gonna be singing. Amen. 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 I'm gonna be excited for the NBA season, man.
Yeah.
Amen. Amen.
DJ, I gotta throw this one out there too, because right now we just as it's flying through the head off the dome, we just gonna throw it out there, family. That's why anybody want to get in and share some stuff. Come on in and join the stream if you want. How about this? The younger LeBron's son is big now.
The younger one, Bryce,
no,
man.
Miles. Bryce is the oldest. Miles is the younger.
No. It's Bronny and then Bryce. You talking about LeBron James' sons?
Yeah, but his ain't Miles.
No, not at all. There's LeBron James Jr.
Miles. Miles is the second kid.
No, there's no Miles. There's Bryce.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a Bryce James, the youngest son, and then the oldest son is LeBron James Jr.
Okay, so with that one, Bryce,
the one with the goggles.
Woo! He already 6'6", I think.
Yeah, he is 6'6".
He bigger than his brother.
You know what? This may be a little controversial, a little bit, but I think Bryce will be better than Bronny for some reason.
Man,
the youngest is always better.
One thing about Bronny, I gotta say, I didn't know he had the hops like he does. He's very athletic.
Yes, he is.
Yes. So we wish him all the best. That's for sure. But I didn't realize he was as athletic as. Okay, Maximus Jones. That's his middle name. So that's what the Max. Okay, there it is, Maximus. All right. Thank you, Terry. Appreciate that. Yeah, but it's gonna be interesting to see this year, boy, because I'm hoping DJ talking about the NBA talking about expanding, talking about bringing a team back to Seattle. That would be very nice. That would be very nice to bring a team back to Seattle. Seattle deserves a team.
If the NBA brings back the team, it'll be two: Seattle and Las Vegas.
Las Vegas has shown that they can handle it now. They always could. So it'd be good to see them expand into those markets. Giving more of our boys an opportunity to live their dream. Because man, it certainly is. DJ, I have never seen so much basketball, different kinds of basketball that's available now to stream and look at on this channel. And it's amazing. It's all kind of leagues on TV and the internet.
Man, it is, man. And this is a great time for basketball. Can you imagine in the 90s, 80s, that if they had streams like this? 2000s, early 2000s.
I know one thing. If some of them dudes wouldn't have been in the league, like big old fathead Charles Barkley, he had social media in his days, all that stuff he did, his ass would have been suspended so much and been kicked out of the league.
I'm not a role model.
Yeah, exactly. All that crappy, all that fighting and all that stuff he was doing out in the streets. If they had cameras on that stuff, boy, they would have, man, his behind would have been in so much trouble. It ain't fun. That's why when I hear him talking crap about these kids today, I just will shake my head. Tell him this, you need to shut that mess up, boy. You ain't nobody.
Tell you, Kenny, today's athletes, they couldn't compare. They wear skinny jeans all day. Shaquille. I'm trying to tell them they wouldn't hang with our generation.
Fact, that's a good Charles Barkley. And no, it's a different story. It's a whole different ball game. Whole different ball game. Don't even go there.
Man, I'm still mad at the Hornets for trading Jalen Duren. The dumbest move this year. Oh my! What did I say, Coach Joe? If you didn't know who to pick, get both of them.
Thank you.
You ain't got no depth, and Jalen Duren can play power forward and center.
Thank you.
Man, that was stupid.
And out of the two big dudes, Duren is the more polished offensively.
Yes, he is.
You wouldn't have the conflict there because Mark Davis would only be concentrating on defense.
Mark Williams.
Mark Williams, he would only be dealing with defense. They don't have a dude that size, that big, that is that efficient offensively as Duren is. Duren's got a package. He can play.
And they keep saying, well, they need defense. That's why I said you draft both. Nobody would have been mad if we would have drafted.
DJ, you need defense, and you say you don't want the 6'10" athletic freak.
No, we don't want no young, talented big man. We want to keep Plumlee because we're the Hornets. We're cheap as hell. We're the bargain-based team of the NBA. We don't want to spend for crap. That's our moniker.
Wow.
I sure wish Michael Jordan treated his I sure wish Michael Jordan would have treated his NBA team like he does NASCAR.
Exactly.
Boy, he'll be spinning like nobody's business. Oh, Lamelo, you want this player? Okay.
I
Then when
mean,
he be
even Portland made some moves down there. Look like they did something. New Orleans gonna be better, man. Can you imagine adding Zion to that team? And then those two rookies, man, the Jones and Murphy. Oh, dang! I can't wait to see New Orleans. Oh, by the way, DJ, is Tay-Bay still around?
Devontae Graham is he's in basketball purgatory right now. I don't know where he at. I saw him in that playing game. Oh man.
Is he out there? Is he out there lost like little JB? They trying to find each other.
He probably calling him up. Hey, JB, when you find a job, make sure to hire me. Make sure to sign me. I will, Devontae. I will, but I just got to get hired first.
Oh no, he gonna get hired. He gonna get hired. He got the necessary what they looking for.
So he's still with the Pelicans, Coach Joe.
But so he behind the two rookies.
Yep. Wait. They said Devontae Graham is dealing with some serious charges. I can't say the word because you know how YouTube is.
What?
Yeah, I know he got in trouble for something.
Tay-Bay?
Yeah, Devon.
What could he get? What? I hadn't heard that.
Let me take a look.
Wow.
Well, he was charged with DWI.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did see that. Okay, yeah, DWI. Your drive. Okay, yeah. That'd be. He did give him some community service. That ain't no big deal. They give him some community service. DJ, did you see that video? Just a little sidetrack. You know, that happened near my home on Slauson and La Brea.
No, I didn't see that video.
With that. You didn't see? You heard? Did you hear about it?
No, I didn't hear about it.
Oh my stars, dude! 6 people were killed. Sister coming down La Brea at this incline, going 100 miles an hour, and ran.
Oh, wait a minute! I did hear about that.
Dude, that's the intersection I travel. I travel that intersection at least 4 or 5 times a day, dude. My gas stations, I go to right there on that corner. The corner that she hit with all the things around, those are 2 gas stations I use. They're the cheapest in my area.
Oh, wow.
She kills people, dude. Wow. And this young lady, okay, had 13 previous accidents. So, Devontae will pay his way out of it. I hope he learns something from it, though. Montrezl Harrell, Memphis says Graham got arrested DBI some weeks. Says Montrezl got in trouble. Yeah, Montrezl with the weed situation. But Montrezl posted something on social media I saw about 3 or 4 days ago, saying there was some good news coming on that front. So
I mean, I got no problem with that herb, you know that. But man, when you travel state line,
it's ridiculous. We still got any issues. Facts, DJ.
Yeah, it should be illegal. Since it's not all illegal, gotta be smarter. Don't. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. They looking to lock a brother up for no reason.
Yep. Or sister.
Yeah, that too, definitely. So, Coach Joe, man, this has been one of the most fun streams we have done, man. Any last words before we roll?
Well, you know, I just want to thank you, DJ, as always, for what you do on the 1s and 2s and keeping everything going, man. Your commitment to this is just it's unmatched, and I appreciate you so very much. To the family in the chat, thank you guys so much. The support that you guys give is immeasurable. It means so much to us here at DJ's Raw Truth Media. I thank you guys so very much. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And as y'all know, I like to end with a term I learned in Africa when I lived there for a short time called Ubuntu. And it basically means because of me, you are, because of you, I am. We are one. Have a wonderful rest of you guys' days and blessings until next time. Take care.